Hey guys, Uncle Ray. Welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. I don't always tell you what you want to hear, but I tell you what you need to hear to make an informed decision. And in this video, guys, we're going to assume, for the most part in this video, that there is going to be an XRP pump, and there's a good chance it's going to happen in 2023. So here's my question. When are you going to sell, and at what price point? Do you have a plan? Because I got a long history of trading, guys, and I understand that you need to plan your trade and trade your plan, whatever that is, unless you just want to get wrecked. And it's more important to me with XRP than most projects because of the FUD and the FOMO that's going to come at us when this court case is over. And for anyone that doesn't have a game plan and doesn't execute that, the odds are they're going to get wrecked. And hopefully you have the right game plan. Now, this is not financial advice, but I am going to give you my thoughts of what my plan is, but you can do with that information as you will. I'm not trying to tell you what to do and hopefully taking your profits when it comes to XRP. But the reason I wanted to make this video is because, guys, there is so much hype and craziness of the numbers of what XRP can do. I mean, I've heard $1 million. I've heard $500,000. I've heard 320,000. I've heard 50,000. 32,000, 15,000, 10,000, 1,000, 100, and all the way down. And when you start to hear those crazy numbers, and I find it kind of funny now, but guys, when you hear a lie enough, you start to believe it. So when people are starting to throw 50,000 and 30,000 and numbers like that at you every day, which is what we're starting to get in the crypto community about XRP, you start thinking to yourself, what are you talking about? Only $1,000, $100. What are you talking about? And I'm not even going to dive into that craziness, but I would highly recommend you do some math of even at $100. Do the math at $100 and then take that number and compare it to Apple, the biggest corporation in the world. Compare it to some of the countries in the world. Compare it to major crypto projects and the crypto community as a whole, all the assets combined. Look at it from there and it'll give you a little better perspective. Now, that's all I'm going to talk about when it comes to price. Now, here are my thoughts of what I believe. I go bull run to bull run because there's a couple things that I know to be true, or at least my truths, and that is when it comes to crypto, take those profits. And long term, outside of Bitcoin, I can't recommend anyone holding any project multiple years. I really can't. Now, if you want to throw some pocket change into a bag and put it in cold storage, like I've done, but it's pocket change, yeah, that makes sense. But when you talk about real money, you need to have a game plan. And we're going to go through the historical chart of XRP. And I'm going to throw some scenarios at you and hopefully get your mind going. And I want you to let me know your thought process in the comment section, and I'm sure we'll revisit this topic in 2023. But guys, there's above average chance that the lawsuit ends in 2023, and you need to have a game plan because I personally don't want anyone to miss, hopefully, this pump. So let's get into it. Now, I want you to look at the historical chart, guys. Now look at it. Right here, if you look at the historical chart, I mean, it's been around for what is that? Almost 10 years, which is disgusting that we don't have regulation. But obviously the early people held it for a long time. Now, it ran from, pennies to 30 cents, which ironically is roughly about where we're at. Would you have sold at that time? Which would have been a great, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100x. But when I did the research from the early investors, the earliest one, that right there, guys, is a 30,000 X. Now, here's my question, and this is kind of what this whole video is about. Would you have caught it? I mean, be honest with yourself the way you think. I probably would have got out too early. And the reason being is, and I may have caught the majority of it because it happened so fast. When I see a spike like that, even if I plan on staying long term, I dump because I know it's coming back. It's not just going to go straight up like that for days. And normally when that happens, it comes back and you can get back in. And if it's going to be long term, you can just ride it out from there. That being said, here's my question. If tomorrow there's an announcement that the SEC lawsuit is over and Ripple won, because this is realistic, guys, in my opinion, because I personally believe that if they win, definitely they can take out that old high. So let's just assume that. We're right here. Let's play it out. So tomorrow, now we're in a recession. No one's throwing money into crypto. What's going to happen in that pump tomorrow? Personally, I'll give you my thoughts. If it happened tomorrow, I think it would probably take out this type of high, maybe run to $1.30 in this environment, and I'd probably sell half my bag. That's just me. And then I'd want to see who picks it up. Does Coinbase relist? I want to just see the environment, how excited people are. But at this point, I'm pretty good. I'm happy with the trade. But I've sold, say, half my bag. And depending on the environment, I may hold that longer. But my question to you is, let's just assume that it takes off like a bat and it knocks out this high. Let's just say it runs to $4. Are you going to take those profits? You're going to sell 20%, 50%, all of it? What are you going to do? Because here's the question, guys, and this is hard things to think about, but let's look at the reality of what has already transpired with people in XRP. Yeah, these people that caught any of this pump and sold their bag, they love XRP. Imagine the people that have been holding for 4 or 5 years that bought XRP at $3.50. Think about that. And they've rode all this back. They could have got about half their money back. Didn't take it. Now they're literally back to where they were in 2017. See, that's the reality, guys. I'm not saying that that's going to happen, but this, I truly believe, is going to happen. No matter what and no matter when XRP takes off, let's say, hopefully, let's fast forward, say 9 months from now, it's over and Bitcoin has bottomed, the Fed's printing money, and let's say Bitcoin's at 45,000. In that scenario, it could take out that high literally in a day. I truly believe that. Here's the question. Even though that's so positive, what are you going to do? You're going to take your profits? If it spiked and took out that old high in a day, in that environment, for me, probably sell 25%. And then I'm good. I'm riding on their money anyway. And then I would see what happened the next day and the next day. But if it went up to, say, I personally believe in that environment, it could start to head to 10 bucks. But at $7, I'm probably 75% out. If I thought for whatever reason it may hit $10, I might hold on to 10%, but I'm selling the rest. After that, I'm just going to watch it spike one day and I would dump it. Now, that being said, I probably trade that over and over and over because I know, guys, I'm telling you, and this is not financial advice, but no matter what the number, no matter whether it runs to $3, $10, $30, it's not going to do it and give you time to think. It's going to be lightning fast, just like this right here. See, that's the thing about crypto. Crypto doesn't do this and say, oh, we'll just think about it and I'll just keep trucking. That's not what crypto does. This is what crypto does. Are you going to take those profits? I want you to wrap your head around that. That's why this video is so important. Whatever you believe, are you going to miss this pump? Because guys, here's my thoughts. And again, but you're not going to sell even at $10, even at 20. If you think it's going to 50,000, why would you sell? If you think it's going to 500,000, like some of these, I'm not even going to get into that. Tell you, why would you sell? But let's get down to reality. No matter what project you have bought, bull run to bull run, there's nothing that you wish you wouldn't have sold. So my thoughts are, get a game plan and stick to your plan, guys. Good, bad, or ugly. Now, if that's your plan, if you really believe that XRP is going to be at 50,000 and maybe it takes 5 years or maybe it's going to go to 500,000, okay. Not here to talk you out of it, but I do want you to at least get my perspective and think about it because, guys, here's my thoughts, and I'm going to end on this. I think I've given you a lot of things to think about. I believe that we are in the best spot for investors in the history of man. Yes, it would have been great to be in crypto back here. But you know, back then, guys, the risk was off the chart and it's still extremely risky. But now we know that, for instance, the banks are going to use XRP. We know that the ISO 222 compliant tokens have a future. We know Bitcoin's going to be around. At least that's my thought process. Back here, man, that was some crazy risk. And no one would have been stacking real money. And for me, I put real money into crypto. These aren't little baby bags. I don't need to lose this money. I don't want to lose this money. But the money I plan to put into crypto in the next couple of years is going to be pretty substantial for me. And so I take it really serious. And the number one rule of investing is not to lose money, which is extremely hard in crypto. But the odds are, even if I'm wrong and somehow XRP is going to go to, say, 1,000, well, guys, I'll own it 15, 20 times, maybe 100 times between now and then. So for me, no matter where XRP goes, I'm selling in the next bull run, period. I will be 100% out, except for maybe a pocket change bag that I put in cold storage and I pretend that doesn't exist. But for my real money, I'm going to be out across the board in all of my tokens except maybe my Bitcoin bag. So that's just something to wrap your head around. I really think you guys need to spend some time because I do know this to be true. When that court case ends, especially if we're in a start of a bull market and XRP wins, Ripple wins, guys, the FOMO is going to be off the charts. I mean, you're not going to be able to see straight, and you're probably going to watch your bag 5x, 10x, 20x, whatever, and you might think it's going to wherever, and maybe it does, but guys, it's going to come back just as fast. That's what I truly believe. For me, seriously, my game plan is to take my profits. Maybe I catch all of it, maybe I don't, but I'll probably trade that thing back and forth on those pullbacks for probably months until it gets to somewhat normal. Because, guys, if that thing, let's just say it pumps a 20x. If it pumps a 20x from here and you take those profits, right, it's going to pull back. It's going to pull way back. Well, then maybe a week goes by or whatever, and you find out, oh, Coinbase just relisted it. Now it's on X exchange. You just find out that the Bank of America just made an announcement that they're, opening up their ODL account. And the FOMO, guys, the FOMO will be bizarre. So that's my game plan. And just so we'll be clear, guys, you can have my tokens. I will dump all my XRP for the most part, all my crypto, no matter how much I love these projects. You can have them in the next bull run. And I want to be clear because a lot of people, believe everything that they hear. Well, I truly believe a lot of influencers, and I'm not saying just in the XRP community, but a lot of influencers, especially some of the whales with some real money, they don't want you to sell. They can just dump on you. And guys, that's nothing new. Why do you think that all the financial advisors in the stock market tell people just buy it and hold it forever? Well, that's so they can dump on you for 20, 30 years. And hopefully you'll make your little 5, 6, 7% over 30 years, annually and be happy with it. Meanwhile, they slammed you 2 or 3 times a year. Nothing new. That's the same with crypto. So guys, do your homework. And I highly recommend, especially when it comes to XRP, look, go through the negative information because there are some red flags, and I'm not going to get into it, but it's not a perfect project. Nothing is, and there is risk. So when you hear something that comes out about XRP, dive into it. Hear those people out, because if you've done your homework like me, just like if someone told me that XRP is a scam token and it's going to zero, I'm going to laugh at that. I know what it's worth, at least roughly. But it's the same when someone tells me it's worth 50,000 or even 15,000. Guys, I can do the math. I don't want to hear any of that crap. And just so you know, or just so you get my thoughts, be very leery of anyone that doesn't give you the downside of not only XRP or the risk of XRP, but any crypto. I'd be highly suspect when they don't want to tell you the risk or talk about, say, the tokenomics or the decentralization, whatever. I would definitely want to hear all that, because for me, I'm non-dogmatic, and I see that a lot in crypto. People just overlook fact after fact or information after information because they don't want to believe it for whatever reason. I want to dig deep so I can sleep at night and hopefully catch this pump that I truly believe is coming, because I think, for the most part, it's not if XRP is going to pump, it's when and how are you going to react. That's what this video is all about. All right, guys, that's all I got. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Hit that notification so you don't miss anything. We got a lot of videos coming out to start 2023. I'm really excited to be in crypto, and I want to urge all you guys, stay with it. I know 2023 was horrible and there's a lot of bad stuff going on, but stay with it, guys. Keep coming back to this channel. Keep educating yourself. Maybe learn to do some trading, learn to do some short selling, and just keep educating yourself, because this next bull run, if it all works out, which it may be a while, guys, it may be like 18 months, I don't know. But if you keep educating yourself and stacking the right projects, or at least stacking money on the cash to get ready to grab those good projects, but you know what they are and you've educated yourself and you have the confidence, those people are going to make life-changing gains in the next bull run, or at least have that opportunity. I can't be more excited, and that's why I do these videos, because guys, I don't like you to get misinformation, and I don't like you to hear all the FOMO or the crazy hype or the crazy numbers. But take any project and go back and just look at the historical data. At best, we might have what, 18-month bull run whenever it starts. And if you take those profits, no matter what token during that time, you're going to have the opportunity to start back over. That's my suggestion. That's what I do, bull run to bull run. And with the craziness in crypto, my God, no one knows what crypto is going to look like in 5 years from now, for whatever that's worth. Anyway, let me know what you think about this video and my thoughts in the comments section, and have a good New Year. And guys, let's really dive deep in 2023 and educate ourselves and get ready for the next bull run, because it really is the best time in history to be an investor. I really believe that. That's all I got for you guys. Come back and be part of this community. Take care.